Hey guys, welcome back to day 22 of Simsmas. I've just realised the microphone's not facing me. That doesn't help anything, does it? So I thought I would do a Christmas cottage build. I've never done a build on this channel before, so I am sorry if it doesn't go so well in, the voiceover part. I'm quite happy with this build. It took me 2 hours to do this morning, and it's down now to like a 23-minute video. There's a couple moments that I've cut out because my mum interrupted me a couple of times just to talk to me, which I was absolutely fine with. So here with the roof, I wasn't quite sure what to do, this little bit sticking out, and then I was like, oh, hang on a minute. Why not I just do the same roof, but face it the other way around? That looks so much better. But then I had like a little struggle. I wanted to have like the bits hanging down. I don't know what they're called, but it just didn't match up right. And I was a little bit of a perfectionist with this. And since it didn't look right, and at the back here, I was like, this overlap, I really don't like. I just took it off. And yeah, as you can see, I'm expanding it because I didn't like how little space there was in between the ending of the two roofs. So I thought I might as well make that a little bit bigger and make it look better. I'm glad I did make it bigger because that one square made all the difference later on. So yeah, as you can see, I've obviously done this in build mode. So it looks like it's all very summery right now. But I thought I would do kind of an English style house with the red brick. And I wanted to make everything, obviously like with traditional English houses, you usually have white windows, but I thought I'd make everything a bit warmer and darker inside by having everything be like a darker wood. It's kind of like a mix between an oak and a mahogany. It's not quite too dark, but it's not quite too light. And then the inside, I was like, how do I even try and map this out? So I thought the first thing I would do was put the stairs in. I figured that would just make everything a bit easier to kind of plan around. And I make that little box at the back there is a little bathroom. Because everyone needs like a tiny downstairs loo under the stairs. You know, they just come in really handy. Okay, I've just put some lights in now just to make everything. I have to put lights in when I'm building so I can see inside very clearly. And I really didn't know what to do with the kitchen. I've cut out a little bit here because I had no idea where to put the kitchen and the living room and such. But yeah, I managed to figure it out eventually, and I thought like the long bit at the side would be the easiest to be kitchen, and the more square bit, the bit where the side of the house was a bit hanging off it for no reason, that was going to be the living room. And then this is the master bedroom I'm working on now. I thought I might as well have a little bit of a balcony, and I wanted clear glass doors. And luckily I found some with like a brown outline instead of, well, like a brown frame I should say. But I couldn't find any that was just full brown without the white there, sadly. And for the back I had a huge nightmare with the windows because with having the bathroom downstairs and upstairs, I was like, how am I going to go about this? So I thought maybe these little windows would help without any framing on the inside, but I decided against that because it just didn't look right. As you can see, that it's not used anywhere else. It doesn't look right at all. So you'll see in a second, I found a way to kind of get around it by doing this, basically. So it's all the same windows and everything looks a bit more cohesive and equal. What's the word I'm thinking of? Symmetrical, that's it. So again, we're having the like dark wood, not quite mahogany floorboards inside. And I really wanted to do a kind of like a little division between the kitchen and the dining room. Or it's like a kitchen dining room mixed into one. But I wanted a bit of a division between the actual kitchen and the seating area. So I thought the little half wall and then the full wall would look quite good, and I really like how it turned out. It's a good division without making the room look more closed in. It's a good way to open up the room while still dividing it. So yeah. And then with the counters, I thought again we'll stick with the theme of having a dark wood. You can't tell. Oh, now you can. Now I've put lights, as you can see that it's the dark wood we've chose with the white countertops, because I figured that would kind of tie in the white coving at the top of the wallpaper or paint, whatever. This room is probably the least Christmassy downstairs. But I didn't want it to be like a full Christmas house, as you'll see later on. But that being said, there's a lot of Christmas stuff coming up, so just you wait. Yeah, I had a little bit of trouble with the cabinets here and trying to get the oven head fitted. It took so long to try and get it to look right, and eventually I settled with this one at that height. I wasn't too happy with it, but it was the best I could do. And I rarely actually use these top cabinets. I always just forget, but they always make a kitchen look a lot more realistic. It's not very often you have a kitchen with just the countertops and no cupboards above or anything. And again, with wanting to be Christmas, I thought I'll use the Christmas table, but then I was like, nope, this does not look right because it's dark wood and the chairs are dark wood and the table's white. I was like, I am not a fan. It just doesn't look right. So I went with these. It doesn't look like it, but actually the chairs go with the table legs and the top of the table is a lighter wood. So it still goes, don't worry. And yeah, I had a bit of a butterfly brain at this point, kind of flitting between places as I saw things, and I was like, okay, I need to put that there, otherwise I'm going to forget. So I've got the little nutcracker on the table, on the counter, a little bit of greenery on the table, and I really liked these kind of, I suppose they're kind of like Christmas curtains in a way. They're just like a bit of garland that's very Christmassy-fied. I really enjoyed them. I think they look really pretty, and I have them throughout the whole living room and dining area because I just think it's a way to make the place look... Wow, my phone just went crazy. Anyway, it's a way to make the place look a lot more Christmassy without having to add too much clutter. And same here, I've laid up 2 different garlands on the little half wall just to make that a bit more festive. Had the kind of ugliness of the dark wood there. Maybe should have changed that to white, I don't know. Yeah, that was a little fail with the front door there. I tried to do something with it and then I was like, nope, they do not work. So we kind of left the front door for now. And I was trying to do something with this wall and I was like, I don't know what to do with it, honestly. It was quite difficult because it's such a big space. So eventually I put these little garlands everywhere. Is everything called a garland apparently? I don't know. But I thought they, again, made everything look a lot more Christmassy without cluttering up the space. And they tied in all the colours together and tied in the dining room to the kitchen area. So with the hall, I was like, okay, we're going to go full on red. Where are the red wallpapers? I was like, okay, I want everything. And at first I was like, okay, yeah, the white. But then white with the dark wood floor, not a good look. And I didn't know what to do with the living room, as you can see, which is why I just like left it. I was like, okay, let's go red. Nope, never mind. I don't know what to do yet. So I start on the bathroom. This bathroom, it's like a theme throughout because there's 3 bathrooms in the place technically. Well, there's like this toilet downstairs, a main family bathroom, and an ensuite in the master bedroom. And I've never used these red tiles before, but apparently I decided to today. Just to kind of have a bit of a theme throughout the house. Is kind of red running throughout, because apparently red definitely means Christmas. Doesn't have to mean anything else. But yeah, I basically, in the decorations category, I just had everything from seasons and everything from the free holiday stuff, and that's all I was picking from mostly. And I've put these little fairy lights along that wall. I think they look really nice, really sweet. I wish they were kind of like fairy lights, but oh well. And this cabinet put some Christmas cards on, and these little like mason jars, I think they're new. I think they add stuff every year to the free holiday stuff because I've never seen them before, but correct me if I'm wrong. And of course every hallway needs a mirror. And then I found these door curtains, so I had them over the front door. Finally the door was decorated because that was so important. But again, I think they're really nice and a really simple way to decorate the house without cluttering it. And this hallway, I was like, I have no idea what to do with this. So eventually I was like, you know what? It's a really small hallway. Let's just leave it because nothing is going to quite look right. And I decided to work on the outside instead of going upstairs, apparently. So yeah, I've used these like little star wall decorations and laid some fairy lights. And then upstairs, I've used the same fairy lights, but then I used a different garland and they layer up really nicely. I love how obviously the garland already has 2 different lengths, but then the fairy lights underneath the exact same length below. That to me is just aesthetic. It just worked so well. I was really happy with that. Although sadly this little 2 wall, actually no, it's 3 length wall, didn't quite work as well, but I just laid everything up and it works. And then a bigger garland at the top of the roof there. Okay, so now on the I forgot about the living room. I went onto the outside without doing the living room. That just shows how flitty my brain can be. Yeah, again, we're trying to go red. And in the end, yeah, I went with this red and oh, apparently I decided I wanted to change the counters, but then I changed my mind again. Yeah, I've gone with the cream floor in here because to me, a cream floor in a living room is just normal. It's just very cozy, and I went with the white couches because I figured they would be the most kind of plain. They would just kind of go really well and not... I needed something neutral, and they were probably the most neutral you could get. And also they look like really comfy sofas. So yeah, adding the Christmas tree in now because you have to have a Christmas tree in a Christmas house. And I love the little glow up Santa there. I think it's very cute. Yeah, as I go, I just find things and I decide, oh, that'll look good there, and I just move back and forth. So it's not the best. I used the free fireplace, not the one from Seasons. They're exactly the same except in different colourways. But obviously the red looks better here. So yeah. And of course you've got to have the presents under the tree because that's the most important. And then I kind of struggled with decorating the mantelpiece, I'm not going to lie. I couldn't find things to really go well. But eventually I was like, you know what? We're just going to have to put cards on either side. This is the only way we're going to manage to decorate this. We can't leave it bare. So yeah, and I used the tumbler jars with the trees inside again because I really like them, honestly. I was just sorting out the lights and then I found these lights and I was like, oh my god, I've never seen them before. But they are so Christmassy, so fun, so festive. So let's use them. Except obviously down the hall I didn't try to put one there, and I didn't in the bathroom either because I thought it would maybe be very cluttered and I didn't know if they would definitely fit, so I just left the plain light there. Yeah, so now I know that putting candles under a TV is not a very safe thing to do, but let's pretend that they're fake candles and not real candles that would melt your TV. And in the hallway upstairs, I really wanted to have these snowflakes hanging from the banister, but I wasn't allowed apparently. So I just did the garland curtains again, and I wanted to do the curtains around the doors, but that wouldn't really work for the corner doors. So I thought if 2 cannot have them, then none of them can. And I tried with the festive wreaths, but then I was like, no, I don't think anyone's gonna have a wreath indoors. And yep, we finally used these wall hangings. I have tried throughout the whole build to put them in, and I finally managed here. They finally actually worked. So I'm very happy with that. And again, just more fairy lights on that wall by the stairs, just to have a little extra something. Fairy lights are just very Christmassy. You need fairy lights everywhere, really. So why not? Okay, so this is the family bathroom now. Again, we've done the same tiles on the floor and on the walls, except obviously we're putting a bath in this one. I chose one with the red trim because it went. Honestly, that was pretty much the only reason why. This bathroom doesn't have anything festive in it. The bathroom downstairs has a little wreath on the door, if you didn't see that. But this one doesn't really have anything festive in it. I don't know how you can make a bathroom or a little toilet festive, to be honest. And yeah, this is the master bedroom toilet. And it was a struggle for this one. I've done the same thing pretty much, except try to do a counter sink. And yeah, as you can see, I had to make it one square bigger again into the room to get the shower in there, but we managed to make it work eventually. It was just a bit of a hassle. And for all three of the upstairs bedrooms, I've used the carpet again, but this isn't like the cream one, it's more of the beige one. And I wanted to make the bedrooms look like they were normal bedrooms, but made Christmassy, like just put Christmas decorations in them. So I was looking for a bed that had like Christmassy sheets. But I didn't really like any of the beds that had that bedding on. So eventually I went with this one. And while the red covers don't really match the blue walls, I figured a lot of people put Christmassy bed sheets on at this time of year anyway. So that's kind of my thought process, is that, you know, someone, the man or the woman, who knows, put these red sheets on to be a little bit festive. And then of course I needed a dresser of some kind. So I went with the one from Parenthood, I think, eventually. When we get there, there we go. And I was like, okay, I want a mini Christmas tree. So first I put some candles on. As you can see, I liked these candles, they're very nice. And then I was like, hang on a minute, I used to have a little Christmas tree in my house when I was little. So I sized up the big decorative tree that you get in seasons and popped that in there. And then just a mirror on the wall. Okay, I've just added these little, I don't know what to call them. They're just little like Christmassy wall decorations on the windows. Again, just as a little kind of festive green and red little touch there. And again, the door curtains, sorry, I put them on the French doors, I guess you'd call them. I don't know. Are they French doors or the French doors are sliding ones? I can't remember. But the door to the balcony anyway. And I thought I would just put a little seat out here to make everything look nice. And oh my god, this was a struggle. I wanted to try and size down these lanterns because I thought, oh, they're red and green, they're Christmassy. But it just wasn't working at all. Every time I tried to turn these around, they were just like, nope, see, they're just freaking out. I couldn't get them to turn in the direction I wanted them to. So eventually I was like, I just kind of rage quit and I was like, nope, not doing it. Let's add another glowing snowman in here, because I can't do this anymore. Okay, so I'm starting on the teens' bedroom. I'm kind of just wallpapering them so I know who's who's at the minute. I couldn't find quite the right shade of green. I'm still not happy with that colour. For the boys' bedroom, but it still kind of works. I didn't want like a pink room and a blue room. I thought that's just too stereotypical, so I thought green. There's my phone again. I thought green would be good, and there's a lot of green furniture for kids as well. And then because this house, there's obviously the mum, the dad, a teenage daughter, and a child son. I thought obviously the teenage daughter could have a double bed, so she's got that pink bed there. And those that wardrobe is from the vintage pack. If you didn't know that. And yeah, it's a very pink, very girly room, but I think it's really sweet, and I like how like it's made quite a good use of the space. I haven't Christmassy-fied it yet, but just wait. I will get onto that in a minute. So the daughter has a computer in her room, and she has the only computer in the house. I was tempted to give the son a computer too, but I was like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about kids having computers, honestly, so I figured I would leave it as a plain desk for him to do his homework at. And if he wants to use a computer, I'm sure his sister will allow him to. It's like I never had a computer, but my brother had one and he let me use his. And again, I'm starting a Christmassy-fi, and I've used the tree again, sized it down and put it in the corner of the room. Because I just think little Christmas trees in the kids' rooms are really sweet. And I've put some more of that garland up. And in the girls' room, I've put some fairy lights because I think, well, it's just a girly thing to do anyway. I think so. Yeah, I just left that at that. I didn't know what to do with the windows. I really couldn't decide. I don't know if I can't actually remember if I did anything with them. And I did this build about 4 hours ago. So, yeah, just shows actually 3 hours ago. I finished at about 1 o'clock-ish. It is now, well, it's 25. Yeah, and again, I added a little Christmas tree in, but I decided to go with the like gold and white one. It's like, well, the champagne gold and white. I thought it was more neutral, and I thought it went really well. And then I remembered, oh yes, now I remember. There was the little garlands again I put on the windows, but in the gold and white version. So now we're just doing the decorations on the back of the house. I've just put fairy lights on the back because I decided, oh, and I put the white, green and red garland up as well. I kept everything the same at the back just to make everything look a bit more just cohesive, a bit more even. And we're adding some plants at the front, so I had to do the glow up tree because a lot of people put lights on their trees at Christmas. And all the other trees were just way too big, so I decided let's just leave that. But I wanted to add in some other plants, so I put them around this tree. I can't remember exactly which tree it is, but I have a feeling it might be from Jungle Adventures, but I could be wrong. I can't remember. And yeah, I really like putting these little flowers in. I just think they look really nice, and everyone has flowers in their house, in their garden somewhere. Yeah, I like these little log reindeers as well. I think they're just really sweet. They're really cute little decorations. They're quite subtle as well. They're not like in your face. So yeah, I find having reindeer outside your house, whether they be the like log ones or ones made of lights, they're really popular, I've noticed. And I put yet another glowing snowman outside, and then another nutcracker outside the house. So we're into the screenshots, as you can see. This is what the house looks like in winter. So now you can get a proper accurate look of the house. This is the hallway, looking very cozy, honestly. And there's the dining area. Oh, I added the Christmas speakers in as well. Oh, there's a little bit of tree hanging through the front of the door there. And then the kitchen is not too Christmassy, but it's like a little bit just here and there. You can't see it from this angle. And the living room is kind of like the Christmas hub, I find. It's just where Christmas lives in this house, it seems. It again looks really cozy. And the hallway upstairs is just kind of an extension of the hallway downstairs. I had to make it look even. And then the master bedroom. More like a normal bedroom, but with Christmassy vibes. There's the master ensuite. And the little balcony area, which you probably wouldn't want to sit on outside, but you never know. You know, like in the summer it'll be nice, but in the winter it'll probably be very cold. And here's the family bathroom, and then the daughter's bedroom, which I'm actually very jealous of. It's very pink, but I love it. I love pink. So this is the kind of bedroom I probably would have had, you know, as a teenager if I was a Sim. And yeah, then the boys' room, it looks really big in this angle. It looks like it's proper fisheye lens. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe and all that jazz down below. And I will see you tomorrow for day 23 of Simsmas.